Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You been, I been, I hit it right. She dick. Much ice, you smoke, I drink, I know, you think that I'm alright, what's good tonight? Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cents. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's buck. When it get hot for you, it's fuck the world. Y'all love the homies more than you love your girl. That shit sus. What the fuck? Cause she ain't never had a real one in them guts. Look, until I hit shit, and that was it. Y'all drink, think, and get pussy to my shit. Singing. Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. Now how many licks do it take for you to? You'll never know if you still fucking with a bum. Maybe one day, but y'all been cooked since day one. You tweaking if you beefing and you bitching over crumbs. Homie, I ain't the one. Stay the fuck around me. There ain't nothing that a broke motherfucker can tell me. I love it when y'all step up in the ring and doubt me. And end up going to sleep counting sheep by round 3. Look, now who let these dusty ass, dingy pro club wearing ass motherfuckers into function today? Me mugging with no hands, they got fucked up today. I don't know, but they scaring all the pussy away. I still like them brown.
Yo, CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. What's good, y'all? My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast, your host. We do this every Monday through Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, playing 805 hip-hop and R&B. I see 5HP Music Key in the chat, a couple other people. What's going on, y'all? I see Key in the chat. He says, yeah, 1,000, and I'm not keeping a large percentage of the records I make. I don't know. Okay, he want to hop right into it. Down Mercado, what's good? What's good? Before we get into the topic, let me say what's up. And welcome all our members, man. The membership is steadily growing, man. I told you yesterday we had 13. We are at 15 members now. Thank you so much for joining. If you haven't joined yet, tap the link in our bio and visit our website, become a member. It's free. We appreciate if you do a paid membership, but you don't even have to do a paid membership. It's free. That gets you discounts on our merch. That gets you access to our Instagram live stream. Starting next week, only members will have access to the stream on Instagram. So make sure you tap in. Key said that was a crazy headline to put on there. My bad. I had to get y'all attention. This might not be the conversation you think it's gonna be. DFO, the Ratchet God, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you don't mind. Adrian Cruz, or is it Adriana Cruz? Adrian Cruz. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with CTC Radio, we play 805 hip-hop and R&B every Monday through Friday. We also talk about 805 news, which we're going to do tonight. So there is a writing camp that's coming up, put on by another platform. And they're charging $1,000 for this writing camp. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. I want to, there's a lot of artists that watch this show, so I just kind of want to gauge from the artists in the chat, like, is $1,000 worth a writing camp to you? If you don't know what a writing camp is, I will go over what that is a little bit later, how it works, actually, at least the ones that I've been to, and I've been to a lot. I've actually thrown a lot as well. I've hosted a lot of writing camps as well, so we'll go over what it is, how they usually work. If they charge or not, and what value I've gotten out of writing camps, and then we'll go over what the other platforms offering their writing camp, and only you can make the decision whether it's worth it or not to you. I'm not here to tell you whether it's worth it or not. It's your career, it's your money. But we are going to go over it, and I will tell you what I think of it, and if it would be valuable to me as an artist, as a new artist. If you're a new artist, if I was in your position, would it be valuable to me? I'm not a new artist, so I'm a very old artist. You see the gray, so we might be in a little bit different positions, but we're gonna talk about it. I'm also gonna play some 805 hip hop and R&B. If there's anything you want to hear, let me know. It's just $5 Cash App or Venmo. Our Cash App and Venmo information is scrolling across the ticker right here. Key said, hopefully not, because the way I'm thinking, that sounds wild. Yeah, I mean, it's a sticker shock for sure. When I see $1,000 for anything, that doesn't have four wheels and an engine. I'm kind of like, yo, what am I getting for this? I'm Nessie. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Only a couple more announcements before we hop into it. Casey family, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We do have a show this Saturday at Humdinger Brewery in Slow from 7 to 10 p.m. Pull up. Tickets are $10. The link for the tickets is in our Instagram bio. We hope to see you there. It's going to be a good show. Live music, good food, good people. You do need to be 21 and up to get in. And you do need a ticket, of course. But pop out this Saturday. It's going to be a good time, very good time. Also, December 1st is coming up very, very, very quickly. December 1st, we're having a media mixer in Oxnard at Bottle and Pint. So if you're a small business, if you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you're a creator of any kind, and you want to get your message out there, you want to get your work, you want to connect with the 25 plus platforms that exist, podcast platforms that exist in the 805 to get your message out there. This is a great event for you to come to, because most of those podcasts will be in the building. It's going to be hosted by Ann Tweezy, Real Quick Though, and myself. Real Quick Though will be on site, possibly giving interviews. That's up to him. I don't know if he's going to, but there will be equipment on site to do interviews. But it's going to be a good time. Come out, shake hands, get to know people, get in the mix, because the 805 is really moving right now. We got a lot of motion. We got next, which is also why we created these hoodies and this merch. The Coast got next. And thank you so much to everybody that just purchased their merch today. I saw those orders come through. We really appreciate it. I see Lil Loco in the chat. What's good? Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Visit our website. Get yourself hoodies. We got hoodies. We got joggers, t-shirts, crop tops, all that say the Coast got next. Go get yours. Be a part of the movement. If you love the 805, if you rep the 805, then you should not be walking around without this hoodie, without the t-shirt, without the merch to show your 805 pride, y'all. Cool. And this stream might be a little bit short depending on how lively the conversation is. So if y'all are active and engaged in the chat, I'll go for the full hour. But if not, then we might cut this one short. Lil Loco says, I'm wearing my joggers right now. They hella comfy. Let's go, man. Shout out to the member Lil Loco in the chat, man. Dope artist, dope producer, and supporter of the 805. You see, he has his joggers. He's rocking them right now as he watches the show. You ain't got no excuse. Go get it together. I'm going to play Mr. Butter TV. What's good? Thank you for joining. Night Owl Sounds, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. I'm gonna play like one or two songs and we're gonna get right into it, yo. We're gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna be on wagging your ear off, chin wag ear off for too long. Jonathan Mercado says, planning on wearing it tomorrow night for pool. We'll take pictures. Please take pictures, bro. I gotta post those. Jay Riley says, what's good, family? I got my joggers on the way now. Let's come on, man. Look at the coast. Look, the coast is alive right now, yo. The coast is alive, and we love to see it, and we appreciate y'all. In fact, since Jay Riley is performing this Saturday at Humdinger Brewery, let's get right into it. Jay Riley, Walking Out For Me, CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast.
Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching now for me. For me.
Butter says he gotta get his. Yeah, man, you gotta get on the train. Get your joggers up. Get your hoodies up.
Yeah. I'm sick of this shit, allergic, and it histamine. I'm peddling my medicine. I'm doing what is best for me. I'm cutting out the fat, turning leeches into vegetables. My bitch act like Medusa, turn her hoes into some 7 stones. I need it, feeling like a heathen. Take my nails up to the chalkboard, show you how I'm feeling. Codename just next door, and with the bros sliding the Cheeto. She like, what we gon' do it? Pull up and take me home. Yeah, pump the brakes on my case. You don't wanna be brief. Never claim to be Judas. I don't walk with a priest. See, I don't walk with a stick. I don't cause any beef. I'm a law-abiding American, but I don't talk to police. No. Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching now for me. For me. Everybody's watching, nobody's watching now for me. Everybody watching, nobody listen to what
You don't know what John Mercado was talking about? Jay Riley, this man on the screen right here, is performing this Saturday in Slow Pop Out. It's gonna be a vibe.
Rearrange the facts that won't serve you. I'ma warn you like a siren. I would never wanna hurt you. I'm a butterfly evolving up this bitch. I got a second life. People take and see me out in public. They gon' recognize. I'm young Jason and run the block up testing misses. 20 pills on.
Lil Loco says AJ has some fire videos lately. Shout out to Grateful Minds. He always has fire music videos. I love his coloring. I always have loved the way that he colors grades video, like the contrast in this video. Super dope. Graham C, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Same for you, Nick Gets Dough and Manuela Alvaro. I hope I'm saying that right. Yes, sir. That's Jay Riley at San Luis Obispo. If you like that joint, make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. It's called Watching Out For Me, available now on all streaming platforms. Let's get into this big time bake OGT. It's called Family First, CTC Radio. And then we coming back and we're going to talk about, would you pay, if you're an artist in the chat, would you pay $1,000 to attend a writing camp? And is that valuable for you? Is that an investment? Is it overpriced? We're going to talk about it right after this song. OGT, Big Time Bake, Family First, CTC Radio.
I wake up early every morning, roll me up a doobie. Whatever I'm puffing, know it's good smoke on me.
Hold on, yo. We gotta give Jay a round of applause for this. We need to see more of this right here. Jay Riley says, grab your tickets ASAP to support the artist directly. 100% of the ticket sales are going to the artist. He's working on more fire shows for the beat, for the best that the 805 for the best that the 805 has to offer. We never see things like this happen where 100% of the ticket sales go to the artist. In fact, 0% of any income of any revenue ever goes to the artist. So shout out to Jay Riley. It's fucking major, yo. It's major. That's what we need more. We need way more of that.
Linked up with Big Time, now we going OT. Steady making noise in these Oxnard streets. OGT don't play games, he get straight down to business. Every verse got passionate game, always spitting ism. Family times.
I definitely have some pushback on that statement, but we can talk about it.
Got more than street dreams, T1 passive income. You just want a bag of weed if your credit's
Trump University was education. Let's just remember that.
the pedal to the flow whenever I'm behind the wheel. Fighting off these rap box, he feeling like real steel. Like an eagle in the wind, going straight for the kill. If we don't got the same hustle, we not vibing for real. Do my dirt by my lonely, cause a lot of lame shady leave a lame. Seeing stars like he was tripping on acid. So better think twice before you speak to me. T-crop with the hands, leave you stranded on concrete. You can butcher serve on the job, treating lames like lunch meat. When it comes to this shit, ain't nobody like T.
You see the family vote for no one. We got all the motion. With money, that's the slogan. Swear that we the dopest. From 7 we be working. Niggas all the morning. We the ones and that's for certain. In these 805 strict. Fucking intro. Let's get straight to the point. We harder than you niggas. Don't jump with me. I'm about to go Vince Carter on you niggas. Slaughter all you punks. Roll them up and runs. Smoke them. Knievel high stunt. Stack your faces up. Told him it's big time. Bake baby. Known to make shit shake baby. I don't fuck with you bitches. Think I'm Andrew Tip baby. Want some? I take baby. Go get it all day baby. GOAT. I'm starting to feel like Bacon's Tom Brady. Look, me and family moving mafioso. Fit like Mr. Popo. Sweeping niggas. Leave the whole place smelling like fucking fabuloso. Baby showboat. Money by the boatload. Throwing my family dope. No niggas put you on a shirt. Now you a fucking logo. Call me. I turn to a monster. Get this lunchtime. Leaving niggas sick to their stomach when it's crunch time. Test the family. Might lose yours. Cause I love me and OGT alumni.
Me and Cuzzo going crazy, they thinking we lunatics.
Let's put these niggas to the test and see who really pop their chest.
Me and Bake the Generation X, y'all work at Mitchell and Nash.
We getting rich, they getting less. I hope this really not they best.
Feel like Sir Weezy, I'm chefing. T-Gray, I'm stepping.
805, baby, we rapping. Hover over beats like a jet.
So much kush in my possession, exotic man, keep me protected.
Diamonds kicking on my necklace. Wristwatch punching like it's Tekken.
We really talking, we go through. Y'all Charles Dickens on Pro Tools.
We them fly niggas, Jeff Goldblum.
Put the words together like Sudoku.
Lanes watching me like Roku.
They mad at my fambo.
They pout beef, give them tofu. Cause it's like Vegeta and Goku.
The family.
Hey. PTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Big Time Bake. OGT. It's called Family First because cousins, yo. Just in case you didn't know, they're cousins. So I like that joint. I like the theme. I like the outfits. I like all the shit. Uppitys Fashions, what's good? Israel Wilson in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. This is CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. We playing 805 hip hop and R&B the same way we do every Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I was gonna say on your FM dial, but that shows you how old I am. Before we get into the topic of the evening, I definitely want to remind you guys that we are giving away an Uber Eats gift card. So if you want to win that gift card, the only way you can qualify to win is to become a member at any tier on our website. Tap the link in our Instagram bio. Visit the website, become a member at any level, including the free level, and you will qualify to be entered into the raffle. We're having the raffle not this Friday, but next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday we'll be giving it away. Israel Wilson says, yo, it's always good to hear from you, sir. Free Art just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Cool. So tonight we are talking about, I don't think this conversation is strictly limited to the writing camp per se. I think this is more indicative of the conversation we've been having overall pretty much all week, which is what should artists be doing? Like, I mean, should artists be more cautious about the promo that they pay for? That we've been having this conversation maybe since last week, because I think Casey Family came on last week. I don't think he even came on. Yeah, because it's Tuesday. So we've been having this conversation since last week. And it's more so. Free Art says, big blessings, bro. We appreciate you. Yeah, so this is more so, this is a conversation, an ongoing conversation we've been having. It's something that's really been weighing heavily on my mind because I see so many people charging artists for so many things. And I mean, I will admittedly say I'm not tracking how these things benefit the artist, and it's really not my job to track how these things benefit the artist. But I will say I see people pay for things, and then I see it kind of just fizzle out and go away. And like, I mean, it doesn't really elevate their career. Like I've seen them pay $800, $1,000 for certain things, and their followers don't go up, their views don't go up, their engagement doesn't go up. So it makes me ask these questions like, what are they really getting for paying for this promo? And then another I'm gonna say opportunity. I'm gonna I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say this is an opportunity that's come along for artists in the 805 from another platform, in the form of a writing camp. Um, and they're charging $1,000 for this writing camp. Key says, "Can we get details?" Mal, because if it's just a camp, nah. But if it's put together for a specific artist, that could be different and impactful. 21 Savage had one allegedly, but it was for him. Graham T says $1,000. I'll teach you how to use your camera and how civics works. I think that's valuable. I think that's actual education. People need to know more about civics, but that's a different conversation. Yeah, so if you don't know what a writing camp is, usually, like Key said, writing camps are usually for bigger artists. So an artist like Rihanna would have a writing camp, or Ye or Beyonce or any artist at that level. They'll have these writing camps where they'll rent out an extravagant property, a mansion. Oh shit, Eric Swartz is in the chat. What's good? W Music is in the chat. Big Time Bake is in the camp. Is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Bake says that writing camp sounded like BS from the first time I saw. Yo, that's not my. I did not say that. He said that in chat. So yeah, a writing camp is usually for a bigger artist, and it brings a bunch. So Beyonce, whoever their label, will rent out a mansion or like the top 5 floors of a hotel, and then they'll invite all of the best up and coming producers, all of the best up and coming songwriters to a location for a couple days. You'll stay there. Everything you want is provided for you. So all your meals, if you do drugs, you know what I'm saying? They'll provide drugs on the low. They'll bring you weed. You don't have to do anything but be creative. All of your needs are met, and you just have to be in the building and be creative. Now, I've been invited to a couple of these writing camps myself as a writer, as a producer. I've also hosted writing camps as a label owner. I actually just hosted one for the Crash Out album. Typically, what happens in my experience, they're all different, right? The kid is in the building. What's good? Ninja Clan in the building. Israel Wilson says Rodney Jerkins has a real one. That's a fact. And Big Time Bake says, I said that. I love that energy. I love that. Come on, give it up for Bake, yo. I like this energy. Rodney Jerkins, aka Dark Child, is a great example. He did Michael Jackson's album with Butterflies, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. But yeah, typically writing camps are for bigger artists to a lot of songs done in a short period of time and to find like new sounds. They typically wouldn't find working with one producer. Now, when you are a songwriter, a producer, going to these camps, usually you don't pay anything, right? In my experience, and I've been to over 20 writing camps. And I've hosted writing camps. In my experience, you don't pay anything to attend the writing camp, right? So if you're doing one for a bigger artist, let's say it's Beyonce, let's just use her as an example. You show up, they pay for everything, but you don't own any of the records, right? You don't own any of the music you create. They own the music since they facilitated everything. They paid for everything. And then if your song makes it to Beyonce's album or makes it to one of Beyonce's projects, she'll pay you your cut. You know what I'm saying? You get your publishing, you get, your percentage of whatever you're going to get or whatever you negotiate on the back end. Now, it might take years to find out whether or not your song made it on a project or not. But if you make it, you can make money, and up front, it doesn't really cost you any money. That's how it happens when you work with a bigger artist at a writing camp. Now, as a label, I have followed that model because that's been my experience as a producer and a writer. So anytime I've probably hosted about 3 to 5, I think about 3 to 5 writing camps in the 805. And I've never charged anybody ever to attend a writing camp ever. I rent out the spot. I feed everybody. I get everybody together. But everybody knows if you're coming, the records are coming out on Connect the Coast record on the Connect the Coast label, and I still let everybody own their portion of the record. I'm just not here to run a I just don't want to continue traditions in the music industry that don't really work or don't really serve me, right? So I'm here more as a mentor in my mind for 805 artists than to take advantage of them. So I let you own your record if you come to my writing camp. It just has to come out on my label. But if you then want to take that record and put it out again in the future on your own, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's more about getting people together in the same room and educating them on the things that I know and I experience, so you don't make the mistakes that I've made. But it's not about that for everybody, right? So that is the gist of how writing camps typically work in my experience. Jesse says, Jay Riley says, the trade-off is that cheap clients become expensive clients in another sense, so you're damn either way. Marquis says, the homie went to a Rihanna camp for free. Is that Rihanna? Is this Rihanna related? Because they aren't charging people, who is gonna be there? Because if they aren't charging people, who's gonna be there? Jay Riley says, when I increased my studio rate, I got better, more serious clients. Some people don't get my valuation, and that's okay too. And I think for you as a business owner, Jay, I think, that's fine. Again, I'm not here to critique how people run their business necessarily. It's your prerogative. It's your business to charge whatever you want, right? I just look at, like, what are you giving back to the culture? What value are you adding to the culture and the community versus what are you extracting from the community, right? And you, Jay Riley, have a very clean and upstanding track record for adding value back into the community. So to me, like, if you charge somebody maybe a higher price, A, I know your quality is super good, and B, I, as somebody who pays attention to this, knows that you don't only extract value from the community, you also put value back in. A prime example is you just posted at the show that you're having now on Saturday. The tickets, 100% of the ticket sales go to the artist. That is adding value back to the artist. That is not just extracting value from the community. That's not just saying, hey, come to the show, sell tickets for me. I'm keeping all the ticket money. You guys do the performances. You guys promote the show. I'm not going to promote the show as hard. I'm relying on you to promote the show. I'm relying on you to perform. I'm relying on you to sell tickets, and I'm keeping all the money. I've never seen you do that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's not extracting value. And I do think that context definitely matters. Key says he was good enough that they sought him out. That part. And yeah, and your clients are probably finding you because of your work, right? Like, I'm sure you do solicit some clients, but for the most part, I bet a lot of clients see you out, see you on stage, see you putting in the work, and they come to you and say, how can we work together, right? But I don't know that that's the case in this other writing camp I'm about to show you. Key says keywords clean. That should be KII words, keywords. Clean record. Roz is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Horse Water Band. What's good? Thank you for joining. Big Time Big says, my pen too cold to have someone charge me to write some songs or teach me how to write a song. And that's a whole different. I'm pointing at the chat like Bake can see me point at the chat, and you can't see me point at the chat, but you just hit me in my heart right now, my nigga. That's a whole different subject we about to talk about on top of, is this valuable or not? Because that's a whole different conversation, but we got to get to that. I see Philly in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. If you're just joining, I'm educating people on writing camps, the writing camps that I've been to, how much they cost, and what the benefit usually is in my experience at a writing camp. Now let me pull up this. I'm trying to find it, y'all. I'm trying to find the details because someone sent them to me. This is why we're talking about this, because someone sent this to me and I saw the prices and I was like, my God, My God. So give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta have the visual evidence. I got to have the visual evidence. Sorry. Just so y'all know, I'm not capping. Do me right. Let's see. Philly says writing camp. Key says, don't even get me started, gang. I'm over here trying to be businesslike and not say too much. I mean, yo, to me it's not even about like it's not even necessarily about like my feelings, because I've said how I feel about you know, at least one of those guys over there before. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me get this picture. I've said how I feel about at least one of the guys over there in that camp. So y'all know how I feel about certain members of that camp, but it's more so about just, again, this channel is about educating artists. I'm gonna give you all the information that I have. You make your decision. You saying like it's not up to me. It's up to you. It's not up to me to tell you or help you find what you find valuable. That is your call. You know what I'm saying? So, but we are going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you my experience. I've written for big people. Actually, I just posted some songs that, you know, some of my songs, my personal songs that I produced that have, you know, millions of streams. I actually just hosted a huge writing camp in the summer. I can't talk about it, but you will see the results of it soon. But I can't talk about it, with celebrities and the whole thing. And when I say the whole thing, I mean the whole. And we didn't charge anybody. You feel what I'm saying? We had new producers, we had some new artists. We didn't charge anybody. So that should let you know, and you'll see it. I'm gonna have to post it retroactively. You're gonna have to see it after the fact. But when I say I did a huge, I produced a writing camp myself. Huge celebrities, the whole thing. The artists that came to the crash out saw the studio we recorded in, so y'all know I'm not playing around. Y'all know Philly was there. Philly, am I playing? Was that studio a joke? Was that studio a joke of any kind? Let me know. Roz says, you ain't capping, fam, and they don't even know. They don't even know. Thank you, Roz. I appreciate it. So I'm uploading the picture right now, y'all. Give me 1 second just so you guys can see, because I got to come with receipts. If it ain't receipts, then it, you know, is it real? In this day and age, if there are no receipts, is it real? Okay, here we go. So this is coming straight from, looks like Zaytoven's page. So Underground Magazine, I think they're out of Ventura, California. They're having a writing camp. They have a magazine. He says, I was there. Shit was hard. No jokes detected. Thank you. Fucking Underground Magazine out of Ventura, California. They have a hip hop esque magazine. And it started off as a local magazine, and now they're kind of have more global intentions, and so they're trying to do, you know, bigger things on a national scale, which I respect. Not everybody is about, you know, local and regional, and that doesn't have to be everybody's goal. But let me give you this context, because this to me matters, right? So Dakota Roll, what's good? Orchid Sphere, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. So I actually met Underground Magazine. I met these guys in 2020-ish, 2019-ish. And I saw what they were doing when they're so focused on 805. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is an actual, like, tangible, tactile magazine, not a digital magazine. It's about 805 artists. It's all about, you know, it was well put together, and it was local. So I started driving down to Ventura like almost every weekend, just trying to, because it looked like there was a whole scene going on that I didn't know about. And to give them credit, that's how I heard about a lot of people in the Ventura area when I first started Connect the Coast, was through Underground Magazine, like Dio Keynes and the Chris the Thrillist. I heard of through Underground Magazine, and OG David James, I heard of through Underground Magazine. So I mean, I've found artists through Underground Magazine. I'm not gonna front like I didn't. But so when I finally connected with them, you know, they found out about my history, they found out about my background, and I met Andrew first, and I was cool. I mean, I'm still cool with Andrew. I just haven't talked to him in years, but I talked to Andrew first, and me and Andrew were really cool, and we talked all the time. He liked my ideas, and in 2019, I pitched him an idea. Oh shit, 7 Records is in the chat. Oh shit, 7 Records is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please feel free to Big Time Bake says people know my feelings on them. Lamau. So look, so I met Andrew 2019. He found out my history and he was like, it would be dope to work together. And so we started putting together a plan and the pandemic hit, right? 2020. And so I was like, it would be dope since everything is shut down. If you got your people from your area, I got my people from my area. We just got dope ass, like, really popular beats and did a mixtape and put it out for free on SoundCloud, right? And I told Andrew specifically, I said, I want to put it out for free because we're just getting to know each other. We haven't really worked together. Your people haven't worked together. With my people, we don't know each other. We don't have a chemistry yet. I think when you add, Apple Music and Spotify and all that to the mix, then we got to worry about splits. We got to worry about who owns what. We got to worry about all of these things. And I think we should just do something for the most free, just so we put out the dopest fire ass music. And Andrew at first was like, this is dope. I love this idea. Let's do this. Right. And Andrew is one of the owners of Underground Magazine. And so he was like, cool. And then so he called all of the artists, right? He started calling all the artists. I started calling my artists and just kind of seeing who was down to do it, who was not down to do it. And we started, putting it together. Like maybe 2 weeks before we were supposed to start executing, Andrew comes to me and he's like, I have my business partner, right? Like my business partner, he's involved in everything and he needs to be in on these conversations. Like, can we meet? Can we all meet? And can we all talk? And I was like, yeah, cool. That's dope. Let's do it. So Povsky is his business partner, hops in the call. Me and him hop on a call. This was this was 2020 because it was during the pandemic. I break down the idea to Povsky. And his response to me was, KDX, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you don't mind. His response to me, mind you, by 2020, so I moved back to the 805 in 2018 after living in LA for 17 years, after having 5 record deals, after touring the world, after having music in every movie and TV show you can imagine. In 2018, while I was on the coast, I just licensed the song to Virgin Records yesterday. I'm in the music business. Like, this is not a flex. This is just to let you know I am in the music business. I have been in the music business for the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, no job, just the music business. Even my corporate job now is in the music business, right? So I'm in the music business. And at 2018, I had already put out 500 songs or something crazy like that. So his response to me after I break down the idea for a writing camp, when they have not done a writing camp yet. Underground Magazine had never done a writing camp yet. I broke the album, said we should do it for free, just for the coast. He says, yo, man, we just put out 2 songs on SoundCloud and I'm over that, bro. I'm bigger than SoundCloud now, bro. We need to I'm only about the money. I only want to monetize it, bro. I only want to monetize it. If it's not about the money, then it just doesn't really make no sense to me. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, cool. So it's how many songs? It's I don't agree with you, but I'm down to hear you out if you make sense. I don't agree with you because we're literally talking about 10, 15, 20 artists that we're trying to put on this mix that don't know each other. Just getting the paperwork on that, if it's monetized, is gonna be fucking crazy. crazy. Like, let's just do it for free. We don't got to worry about none of that shit, and we can put it out quickly. He was like, nah, bro, I just don't really know. Like, it's not really my thing, bro. Mind you, me and Andrew have been working on this shit for like 2 to 3 weeks. Popsky comes in and shuts the whole thing down, throws a wrench in it. I'm like, yo, so I tell him, I was like, let me ask you this, Popsky, like, how many songs have you put out ever? He was like, I mean, I haven't put out anything on streaming services yet. I haven't put out a song on streaming services yet. I lost it. I lost it. I lost it on this. I didn't like scream on him, but I did like says, how many streams do you, Popsky? How many streams do you have total? Like, how many streams do you have on any platform? Well, I got like this, I got this over here. I got this over. And I was like, my nigga, I got millions of streams. I think he had like one song with 10,000 streams, questionable streams, mind you. I said, I got millions of streams, my guy. I got millions of streams. I put out hundreds of songs. I'm telling you right now, this is not the way to go. You feel what I'm saying? Shop 805, what's good? He says, that's crazy. Didn't they just do one? No, they're about to do one, and we're about to talk about that. And so he just giving me the runaround. I was just like, yo, I'm cool. Andrew, it's a wrap. Let's not do it. I haven't really talked to Andrew or Popsky. I haven't talked to Popsky since that moment, really. Like, and I haven't talked to Andrew really since then. And at that moment, I decided, like, Popsky and me, he's just not my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate him. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to him, but we're just not like, we don't vibe. Andrew, he's nice. He's a good guy, but birds of a feather. So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing over there. Dilla Base, what's good? Thank you for joining. So I give you all of that context just so you know my background, my background with them. And this conversation is not about how I feel about them. It's not. I'm able to separate the two. But to me, it's really important, if you are asking people for their hard-earned money, that you provide value for them. And so I want to know, Big Time Bake said questionable streams. Graham C says, wait, he's been there for a cup of coffee and has an opinion? Are we about to add lemon to the tea? Crazy P1 P3, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. So I gave you all that context so you guys know where I'm coming from, and why this is so frustrating to me, because I'm talking about somebody who admittedly has so much less experience and knowledge than me, who's doing something on the coast I personally would never do to other artists. And I believe I have I have connections, I have the experience and the knowledge to do it, and I would never do this to other artists on the coast, especially knowing the climate of the economy right now, knowing that it's hard. Like, eggs cost too much, milk costs too much, gas costs too much. So to me, it's worth considering all those things before you jump out the window and start, charging people exorbitant prices for services they don't necessarily need. Right now, if they choose to spend that with you, that's their prerogative, right? And I'm not going to get in the way of that, but it is what it is. Key says money can't buy experience or decent morality. Hey, you said it, not me. Philly says, I mean, there's a lack of culture over there, gang, and I can't even argue with that. And that's a conversation we've had. That culture, not understanding culture is the problem with people who want to jump into hip hop for clout, because you're doing it without knowledge of culture, and that's where the conflict comes in. So let me go ahead and put this up. So if you can read it, this is the details on the camp. So it looks like they're bringing Zaytoven, who is a multi-platinum, top-tier musician and producer. Like, he's a piano savant. He can play the piano. I said piano. He could play the piano better than most. Classically trained. He produced one of my favorite songs ever, which is Too Much Sauce. Future, Lil Uzi Vert. I fucking love that song so much. Like, that beat's crazy. The song's crazy. Zay is the man. I have nothing negative to say about Zaytoven. I met him a bunch of times. He's a cool guy. Very cool guy. Um, Now the camp details. He posted the camp details, which I was wondering about because Casey Family came on the show last week, and I asked him. I said, what does the camp cost? How much does the camp cost? Let me come over here so you can see. I said, how much does the camp cost? And he said 200. He said, we work with you guys your budget. No matter what you got, we can work with you, but it's going to start at least $200, which to me was still very expensive. But then I asked it, but it depends, right? It depends on what you get. Like, what do you get for that $200? So I asked Casey, what do you get for the $200? He didn't say anything. I'm not saying he didn't have an answer, but he didn't really say what you get. So that left me with a question mark. So I've been wondering since that conversation, what do you get for paying $200 for the camp? But then come to find out, Tovin posted, and the camp is $1,000, not 200. It's $1,000, right? And so he's listing out. He said for $1,000, you get 6 recording rooms and setups. So that's not a benefit to me as an artist. That's just the venue. You have 2 days, a 2-day lockout. So basically, they're locking out they're locking out the location for 2 days. That means no one else other than whoever is involved in the camp is going to be there. That's what lockout means. Like the venue, the location becomes private when it's locked out. Whoever pays for the lockout is the only one with access to the venue. That's kind of just a normal studio session, right? So we're two benefits in, and I don't really see the value for the artist yet. Okay, we're right here. 3 says original beats by underground producers with mixing, mastering, and recorded of tracks. Okay. This is where it gets weird and spooky right here for me. Big Time Bake says, I'd pay. He said, he said, I pay a stale hot Cheeto and a crisp high five. I'm done with this nigga. Yo, Marco, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Okay, so we're at this line right here. Original beats by underground producers with mixing, mastering of recorded tracks. So this, if you're at a studio session, right? If you're in the studio session, of course the tracks are going to be mixed and mastered. Like, are you just not going to mix and master the tracks? Like, how is this a value to me? Right? Like, I personally don't see that as a value, but let me know in the chat if you think I'm tripping, right? And then who are these underground producers? What have they produced? Do they have any hits? Like, because I'm going to the camp for Zaytoven, right? Like, and maybe they do have hits. I'm not saying they don't have any hits. I'm not saying that, but I am saying you should specify who these producers are other than yourself and why I should care about them. If I'm paying you $1,000, I'm gonna need way, way more details than just underground producers. I'm like, who the fuck is the underground? Who is the underground? I don't know. What have they done? Like, why should I care about this? Why is that valuable to me? You know what I'm saying? 7 Records said, this nigga crazy. He said, you can't do that with the what is that? Mises? I don't know what you're saying. I feel like I'm reading that wrong. Okay, so this line to me is not of much benefit. And it leaves a question mark just because I don't know who the producers are. I would love for them to specify, like, who are these mixes? Okay. He said you can't do nothing with the mixes. My career is underground. Does that count? I'm not going to disqualify it. Okay, so yeah, like, and yeah, like, okay, so you master the record. This is the thing too. Like, so when you get into law, right? Let me go ahead so you can see my face, because I've been dealing with this the most this year. Like, I've done so many licenses. Like this movie right here, this poster, Magnificent Seven. I did some of the music for this movie with Denzel Washington, with Star-Lord. What's Star-Lord's name? Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's in it. I can't think of his name. Chris something, I think, maybe. But that was a huge movie. I think it won an Oscar. And when I did the music for that movie, I had an agent. I still have an agent, and they called me and they said, "Yo, we want you to do the music for this," and I did it, right? But I wasn't on the back end of it. Like I had people that handled the legal side of it, so they got my agreement, right? They sent me my agreement and I signed it. But now with my new current job, I handle the back. Now I hire people. Now I say, oh, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. Let me draw up the contract. Let me draw up the terms, and let me send you the terms in the contract and the agreement. So I have learned so much about music law that I even didn't know after my 15 years. That I'm gonna share with you right now. So um when this says right here, original beats by underground producers, this to me indicates that the producers are from Underground Magazine, meaning that Underground Magazine is going to own all of the music created at this writing camp, just like I explained at the beginning of this show in examples of other writing camps I've been to. When they pay for the writing camp, they own the music. This sounds like you pay for the writing camp, but they still own the music, which is fucking wild. I don't know if that's the case, but I need that to be clarified. I need that to be clarified immediately, right? Like, am I paying you $1,000 to come to your studio session that I'm paying for so you can own the music that I record at this studio session? Is that what's happening? I need clarity on this. Shop 805U says, I'm not in the music industry, but I took one look and listened to the underground dudes, and I know I don't fuck with them. I like authentic Damn, yo. Yeesh. Hey, I can't knock you. You like what you like. You like what you like. Um, Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. Thank you. So Chris Pratt is in that movie. Graham C says, copyright law is wild, wild shit. And I'm like butthole deep in copyright law right now. So I'm telling you, I definitely am familiar with copyright law. Graham C says, never work for someone else. If they do, put it in writing that you get at least some points. Key says, dirty work. Seven Records says, that's exactly what's happening. Philly with the laughing emojis. And now look, I'm not saying that I know that this is what's happening for a fact. I don't know what's happening for a fact. What I am asking for is clarity. And it's weird to me that you would ask for this much money and not be clear about these details. I'm like 6-7 knuckles deep in law right now. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. And annoying, but it's true. He's okay. So we are 5 benefits deep for $1,000 writing camp, and I have still personally not seen one single benefit that would make me be like, oh yeah, I would pay $1,000 for this camp. I'm only talking to you as me from the perspective of if I was an artist looking to go to a writing camp, would I pay for this? I'm not trying to tell you what you should do. I'm telling you what I think. OG David James is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. So we're 5 bullet points down, and I still have not really seen anything that would make me want to pay $1,000 for this. All right, next line down, you get an in-person Q&A with Zaytoven. Now, as cool as that is, right? I just told you, Zaytoven has made one of my favorite beats of all time. Too Much Sauce I love that beat. And the shit he did with Amigos, Versace, right? Versace, which, come on, bro. Legendary. Like, but I've had a Q&A with Zaytoven for free. You know what I'm saying? You could catch Zaytoven on the block, especially if you're in Atlanta, and have a Q&A with him for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, so $1,000 to ask a nigga a couple questions is absolutely wild. Because you know what he's going to tell you. You don't even got to go see Zaytoven. Let me show you my face. You know what you're going to say? Hey, Zay, man. Like, I really love your work, bro. Like, what do I got to do to get to the next level, bro? Like, what do I have to do to take my talent to the next level? You know what he's going to say? Little bro, just keep going, bro. Like, keep doing what you're doing, man. That's all you got, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep at it. Just keep going. Don't give up, bro. That's what he's gonna tell you. Bet me money. Anybody else that has a Q&A with Zaytoven, report back and let me know how this Q&A goes. Let me know what this nigga says. The kid says, "No way, I'm paying $1,000 for a writing camp. That's going to my mortgage. Thank you. That's crazy. That's a crazy price tag." Big Time Bake says, "All Zaytoven gonna tell you is work hard and keep going." Facts. Marco AM says, Marco AM laughing at Big Time Bake. Like, that's some real shit. That's what he's gonna say. Word for word. DJ Slick is in the chat. Dilla Bass is in the chat. Laugh with the skull emojis. But that's real. You want to know why I know this? Is because I watch up and coming producers and writers and rappers talk to big time producers all day long. And that's all big time producers ever say. They don't want to talk to y'all niggas. They don't care. They do not care. I'm just being real. Like, so you going to pay $1,000 to ask him a question and he's going to say, keep going. That's what's going to happen. that's what he's going to say. He said, the problem is they didn't and they won't watch that part. That part. To ask a nigga a question for 1,000 is crazy work. Crazy work. And that's real. That's what it just goes. Yo, big bro. Yo, Unc. What I gotta do to get to the next level, Unc? I wanna be like you, Unc. Watch. Just keep going, bro. Just keep going. Keep trying, bro. Pay me more money. Come to my next camp. Give me another 1,000 for my next camp, bro. You gonna get there. You gonna make it. You gonna make it. Just keep coming to these camps. That's what he's gonna say. Derek Bennett Tattoos, thank you for joining. Please share the stream. Okay, we're gonna make it through this list. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullet points down. I still have not seen anything I would pay $1,000 for. This is just me. Again, just me. I'm not trying to convince you. One hard copy of Underground Zaytoven magazine. What in the holy fuck am I gonna do with a magazine that ain't got shit to do with me? Please explain that to me. Lee Bill Champ 23, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Graham C says, I just pictured the Key and Peele football player with the head injury. Defense did real good. Execute. Philly says, then a hard copy? Turn it off, gang. Key says, what's that word Kendrick used for Drake again? Ooh, nasty work is what 7 Records says. Graham C says, my wife is losing it laughing. The kid says, this can't be real. Y'all didn't see my face when I said that the first time. I said, what in the fuck is a magazine that ain't got nothing to do with me gonna do for me for $1,000? That's not buffering. I know how to move like that. Craziness. What? Is there $1,000 bill inside of the magazine? I might be missing that part. But you tell me. Got my nose running over here. Okay. One hard copy. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines down. I don't know if I'm at that $1,000 value yet. On-site media coverage. Okay, so those of you that are not in the business, or don't understand English word, on-site media coverage means they are going to take pictures and videos of you while you're recording your songs. That's what on-site media coverage means. Shop 805, I see Gabriella. Thank you for joining. The kid says, hand out a rare Pokemon card at that point. Come on, man. Shop 805, you says, yeah, that's right. There's a camera there. That's what on-site media coverage means. There's going to be cameras there. That's it. And it's going to be the homie AJ. I know AJ. I like AJ. AJ shot Watching Out for Me for Jay Riley. AJ has shot videos for Connect the Code. I fuck with AJ, bro. But would I pay $1,000 to have AJ come watch me shoot? In fact, I did a writing camp in Las Vegas and I brought AJ. AJ was my on-site media guy when we recorded the Good Day album. You can watch the Good Day documentary. It's out right now. He shot that. And I took everybody to Vegas for free. I paid for everything. I took them to Vegas. We was in the top suite. We had a good ass time. We was outside. And we made Good Day. Yo, it was a classic 805 record. So I've done these things and not charged people $1,000. Again, different business models, different businesses. So I'm not telling them how to run their business. I'm running it for my goals. They're running it for their goals. I can understand and respect that. But I am just still not seeing the value for me personally. You decide for yourself. Graham C says, oh, well, that's worth 2,000 at least then. Not American, but like, rubles. Like 3. I'm dead. Cool. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost to the bottom of the list and it's looking spooky and scary. We only have 2 more things to go. Down. 1 meal provided per day. Instagram, sorry I lost you, yo. 1 meal provided per day. 1 meal provided per day. What? For $1,000? It had better be Ruth Chris. It better be Ruth Chris. Key says, plot twist, the money they charge the artist is to afford Zay to do promo and he doesn't actually show up. I'm dead. Oh my God. Don't say that, Key. Don't wish that on them. Don't wish that on them, people. Philly says, I'd rather buy $1,000 honey buns. No, you and me both, bro. You and me, bro. Honestly, like, it's a burger with E. coli. It's McDonald's, my guy. It's McDonald's. And then this is the last one. And I know they did not. I didn't even read this. I know this is not the last $1,000 benefit. I'm mad. I'm mad that this is the last. I'm not even going to hide it on this one. I'm mad at this one. Free parking and on-site security if you do not get the fuck up out of my face with this. Free parking and on-site security, that is the least you could do. It's the least you could do. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. And it's not free parking because you're paying $1,000 for it. That's not free parking. That's $1,000 parking. Like, anyways, see, yo, what are we talking about? Okay, so, look, I'm not telling you whether you should go, whether you shouldn't go. That's your decision to make. I'm going to end with this. The only thing I will tell you is if I see you at this writing camp as an artist in this time, in this economy, you better come with your checkbook all the way out anytime you need anything from Connect the Coast. I don't want to hear, oh, bro, my baby needs diapers. Oh, bro, I got to pay for this. Oh, bro, I got school loans. If I see you at this camp, no, I'm taxing you a minimum of $500 for anything you ever do with Connect the Coast. Period. That's the starting price. Cause you got it. You flexing, right? You got it. So you gonna give it to me. If you giving it to them, you gonna give it to me. Cause that's crazy. I don't want to hear shit else about a broke artist that's paying $1,000 to go to this camp. I'm not saying you shouldn't pay it. I'm just saying if you got it like that, Don't come to me with your hand out. Don't do it. And I guess we'll end right there. It is your job to decide what is best for you. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not telling anyone to not attend this camp. I will never do that. And I'm standing on that. I mean that. Like, it is your job to decide what works for you. And I'm just here to give you the facts. I've laid out my experience compared to, what I see the benefits being. Now, maybe there are more benefits to this than I know. Maybe the producers besides Zaytoven are superstar producers. I also found it very curious that it didn't say he was producing anything on the track. Like, is he an underground producer, or is he just going to be there watching us make music? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need these questions answered for me to for it to feel valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I just feel like it's really misleading if you don't spell those details out. Key says 1,000 a letter, you respond in text. That part. That part, yo. And like, keep this in mind, yo. I just want to leave you guys with this. Since there's only 10 of us, we're gonna get real honest. And you may not have heard this because you may not be in the entertainment industry, so you may not know. Graham C says, is the producer the basement? So is he underground? Stop. So you may not know this if you're in the entertainment industry, but of course, like, when you live in a small town, when you live in a small region like we live, and you're constantly on social media, and you're like, yo, I see this person at this festival and this person at this festival, and I don't have access to these things. I don't get to see my favorite celebrities and musicians in person. And it's really annoying. So anytime any celebrity comes within 100 miles of me, I'm going to go see them. And anytime a celebrity comes to my small town, I'm going to go see them. Then that's fine, right? I don't judge that. But you need to know, especially if you're paying this kind of money to go see them. Like, if it's a concert, that's way different. Concerts are a little bit different. Not much, but a little bit different. Like, for instance, like, let me put it to you like this, right? Because Beethoven has, like, Versace with the Migos is one of the biggest rap records of this generation, right? For sure, without question. But you don't always stay at the very, there's ebbs and flows. You don't stay at the height of your career, right? So if Beyonce, for instance, Beyonce is a good example because you guys can understand this. If Beyonce comes to perform at Fremont, you, as somebody who's not in the music industry, might be like, oh my God, Beyonce is coming to Fremont. That's crazy, right? And you're excited. But if Beyonce got to come to Fremont, then she's not really Beyonce that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm not saying she's worth going to see. You should absolutely go see her. You know what I'm saying? But if she has to come perform at Fremont, then Beyonce is not Beyonce and like she used to Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. I don't judge that. I don't knock that. But like, if Beyonce was doing this underground writing camp, my immediate thought wouldn't be, oh my God, we're gonna meet Beyonce. My immediate thought, as somebody with my experience, would be like, yo, why would Beyonce do this? Why does she need to do this? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Zay needs to do it. I think it's easy money for him, and maybe he does have a passion for mentoring younger artists, right? I'm not saying Zay is doing bad. I don't think he's done bad. I don't know his business, but I am saying that if this was the same time that he was up with the Migos and Drake and had the number one hit record in the country, I don't think he would be coming to Ventura to do a writing camp. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, if you go to this camp, look at it as a learning experience to create music in a cool environment. don't look at it as if you're gonna go there and have a life-changing opportunity and it's gonna get you a deal and you're gonna have a hit. I'm not saying that can't happen, but I'm saying I don't think you should walk in with that being your expectation. Temper your expectations. Even though that $1,000 price tag is very high, it might not come with much more than the experience unless Underground decides to fully lay out the details. And if they lay out the details and I'm wrong, I don't like, to me, being right is not that important. I would be happy to come on and correct the record if they lay out the details. And if everything I'm saying is wrong, I would happily come out and correct that record. But based on these details that I'm seeing on Zaytoven's page, I, as an artist, could not pay that price tag. That's just absolutely crazy. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys. I will be back tomorrow night at the regular time. I said I was only going to be on for 30 minutes and went on for more than an hour. So you're welcome. In return, please visit the website. Please become a member. Please get the merch. Do all the things. Give us the follows. Do those things because they really, really help us grow the channel. And our giveaway gift card. If you want a chance to win an Uber Eats gift card, all you have to do is become a member at our website. The link for that is in our Instagram bio. It should also be in the description for this video. And yeah, become a member at any tier and you will be entered to win. The higher the tier you join at, the better your chances are of winning. If you're already a member, you're automatically in to win, so don't worry. And we have a raffle next Friday. Again, please visit the website, get some merch. And I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening. Stay safe out there, kids. It's fucking treacherous. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch, your